Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. If you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Dear Leo, and welcome to your April 2019 mid-month reading. All right, this reading is for everyone, couples, singles, unsure, questionable. All right, this is for you. If there's a message here, there's going to be a message here for you. So we're going to go get into it. All right, this is the love reading. So the first card is going to represent your current energy. All right, what you're dealing with right now, Leo. Who you're dealing with, okay? And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Next card represents any challenges or anything that's crossing this energy. Four of Wands. Next card represents past energies that you might be dealing with. Oh, Six of Cups. All right. Next card represents the person you may be dealing with or the energy of the person that you're dealing with. King of Cups in reverse. Next card represents what you want. Knight of Pentacles. Next card represents internal factors which driving you, whether consciously or subconsciously. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Possible, advice for this reading. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. External factors, Four of Pentacles. And the possible outcome is the Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? Now, let me go ahead. Let's get some clarifiers going so that we can flesh this message out a little bit, all right? Any further messages for for Leo. Oh, these cards are acting a fool. Okay, messages for Leo, mid-month, April 2019, okay? Do we have any more messages? What are my messages for Leo, mid-month, April 2019? All right, we've got Eight of Swords, Temperance in reverse, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Chariot in reverse, Wheel of Fortune again in the reverse, and the Hierophant. Interesting. So, Leo, let's go ahead and get started with this Eight of Pentacles, okay? Eight of Pentacles, for some of you, can represent that you're maybe more focused on work than you are on love right now. Okay, you're focused on work, you're focused on your financial security. For some of you, this can be you focus on your relationship, okay? You're really focused maybe on a certain person. Eight of Pentacles can also indicate there may be some obsession here. All right. With that Eight of Pentacles, you also have the Eight of Swords, okay? So Eight of Swords is feeling bound, okay? Something that you're keeping yourself in, all right? Something that you're not seeing. And it's one of those things with the Eight of Swords. You're not really trapped. You're just imagining that you are, or you're not ready to see the truth, so you're just continuing. So for some of you, I feel like there's something that you're focusing on because you're trying to avoid paying attention to what the truth is, all right? You guys are putting all your focus into work because you don't want to see what else is going on in the love life, okay? And for, what's coming through for me, I feel like you don't want to see where things need to be worked on. You just want to kind of pretend that everything is okay. Like, okay, if I just, work all the time, or if I just focus on this, or if I just, put all my time and attention into this particular thing, we can pretend like this whole other thing isn't going on, all right? Now, What is the challenge? For some of you, the challenge is about creating harmony or keeping the peace. Okay. And what is causing for some of you, there's something that's causing some type of chaos. And so I feel like you're ignoring the fact that things are out of balance. You're ignoring the fact that things are not in harmony right now. All right. Past issues that you may be dealing with, okay? It is someone from the past. All right, there is someone from the past. There's someone who you had like a very soulful, soulmate type connection, karmic connection with. For some of you, it's issues from your childhood. All right. And it is about harmony. All right. So maybe in your childhood, it's one of those two things where either you grew up in a very harmonious household, and therefore right now you just don't even know how to deal with the fact that things are not good. You don't want to acknowledge that things are not good, because that'll make you feel like you're failing somewhere, because your structure, your blueprint is based off of this harmonious, happy time, okay? But for others of you, it is someone from your past that's forcing you or causing you to find harmony or juggle, or someone that you had harmony with in the past, okay? That whatever this relationship represents to you, it's still lingering, okay? For some of you, you may have juggled other people, okay? You may be juggling right now, and you're focusing on one particular person right now because you don't want to pay attention to how the other person makes you feel, okay? Who are you dealing with? For some of you, you're dealing with this King of Cups in reverse. This could be a water sign, okay? A water sign that you have a lot of attraction for, okay? A water sign that you have a lot of passion for, or that they have a lot of passion for you, I should say. Maybe not necessarily you could have passion for them, but this could be the person or the thing that you're obsessed with as you try to ignore something else. But for some of you, this King of Cups character is just someone who is manipulative, okay? Someone who's manipulating you and bombarding you with all of this, like they're rushing things. They're bombarding you with affection. They're bombarding you with passion. They're bombarding you with this physical connection to kind of maybe hide the fact that emotionally the connection is not there. Emotionally, they're not really connected to you on that level, okay? So for some of you, there is a very strong physical connection with someone, but either they're manipulative or emotionally there's some struggles there. There's no balance or harmony in the emotional sector, okay? If you're single, I think you're refusing to see how much your work is interfering, how much time you spend at work is interfering your love life, and the fact that all of your focus is going there, and so therefore there isn't going to be any balance or any harmony in your love life because you're always at work. All right, but there may be someone, again, someone who's I feel like they're physically into you, but I think that emotionally they're still kind of at the friendship stage, okay? What is it that you want? Well, Leo, some of you want this Knight of Pentacles, okay? The Knight of Pentacles can represent an earth sign. If not, it can represent someone who is on the Aries Taurus cusp, okay? But the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's grounded. They're sensual. Very picky, okay? The person is very picky and very slow to commit, okay? They take their time in situations. The thing is that, though, for some of you, either you get the sense that this Knight of Pentacles may be a waste of time. You want them nonetheless, okay? This is what you want. But there's some frustration here. Either that or you guys want a situation where you don't want to have to put too much effort in. You want someone to come towards you who is stable, who is secure, someone that you can trust, someone who will put their effort in without you having to put too much effort back. All right, because for some of you, all your effort is going to work, so you need someone else who's going to put all the effort in. For others of you, you feel like you're putting in all the effort right now to make sure that things are okay. And so you want a situation where you don't have to put in as much effort anymore because you're used to being the one who's putting in all the effort. Okay? Internal factors. You have a fear that things are not going to work out. All right? You're afraid that things are not going to work out. You're afraid of the direction that things are going in with this Chariot in reverse. You're afraid if you can trust somebody. You're feeling defeated about a situation. All right? So that's another thing. Maybe that's why you're working so hard, or maybe that's why you're throwing all your focus into something else, because you don't want to really sit down and take the time to acknowledge your feelings, or about the fact that you're afraid that this situation is failing, right? You're afraid that because things are not in harmony, that means that it's a failure, which is not necessarily the case. It just needs to be a rebalancing of how you're spending your time, right? Where you're putting your focus, and, you can kind of maybe correct things. It's not all is lost. All right. For some of you, this Wheel of Fortune can represent a Sagittarius. For some of you, this Chariot can represent a Cancer. But if not, the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot in reverse is just letting me know that I feel like fear. I just feel you're very fearful. You're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of what's going to happen. You're almost afraid of what this other person feels. It's like there's just nothing. There's really, it's I can understand this Eight of Swords, right? Because the way you feel inside, you don't want to pay attention to that. You don't want to take the time out to really process this type of feeling, because this is deep. All right, this is something that has, maybe it's a repetitive thing for you. Okay, maybe in relationships you always get to this point where you start fearing the worst. All right. Your advice. We've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So interesting, right? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is here to tell you, you got to work through this anxiety. You've got to work through the anxiety. You've got to work through the fear. You've got to work through where you put your effort and your time and your attention, okay? Where are you putting too much effort in that's causing you to become frustrated? And why are you putting so much effort into something that you're not getting any results from? Okay, so your advice is to work through the anxiety and figure out what your motivations are. What's motivating you to put effort into something that you feel like is wasting your time? External factors, you've got the seven. I'm sorry, where I got seven? You got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so someone's being very guarded with you, possibly because they're also afraid of where things are going, or they're afraid of the direction or lack of direction. Okay, there's fear on both sides here. All right, so you're dealing with someone who's afraid. Okay, so it's like I feel like you guys are focusing on the passion and focusing on the connection because you're afraid to focus on what you're thinking and feeling. They're afraid to let their guard down with you, and you're afraid to, take the time and stop and see where things really are. Okay, the possible outcome. For some of you, you will be more focused on your emotional happiness. All right, you'll stop worrying, and you'll start really paying attention to where you can improve things on an emotional level. For some of you, that improvement comes with some good advice. That improvement comes through a friend or a family member or someone who, can really help you sift through and walk through these fears that you're experiencing. For others of you, this can represent a reconciliation. So some of you, there's a Taurus. Or for those of you who were in a marriage that's been through a break, or maybe you were married to someone before, you might return to that person, all right, or reconcile with that person. Or some of you are going to focus on, for those of you who are married, you're going to focus on fixing the emotional issues because this relationship is important to you, okay? This is not a relationship and I think even if you're not married, I really feel like you're going to focus on fixing these emotional issues because this is not a relationship that you just want to throw away, okay? Let me go ahead. I'm going to pull the Romance Angel Oracle card, okay? So if this message has resonated with you so far, if you would like a more personalized version of this reading, or just another, you know, if you want a personal reading of your own, you can go ahead and contact me via email or in the comments to get that set up, okay? And make sure that you guys are, you know, liking the video if you've enjoyed it, and you're subscribed to the channel to get more messages, all right? Let's see what the romance angels have to say now. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, okay? And then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So that's the bottom of the deck. Sometimes I just cheat and show this to see. But love yourself first. Let's see what this has to say. So it says, if you desire more romance, first look at yourself in a caring and non-critical way, of course. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel loved by others. This means trusting yourself to take good care of you, and it may entail becoming more assertive. Don't worry, you can still be very lovable while affirming your boundaries. Perhaps this means spending time alone instead of in a relationship. During this period, you can delve into introspection to understand the patterns of your love life. Ultimately, you can take responsibility for attracting and agreeing to every relationship you've had. To heal your heart, find the blessing and lessons you've gained from each one. For instance, have you become stronger, more independent, or more patient as a result of your prior partnerships? If so, let everything else from the past go except for the lessons and the love. This card emphasizes the importance of loving yourself first, especially as you prepare for your next relationship or heal the one you're in. As you gain self-respect, you'll begin attracting more loving people into your life. This will lead to healthy friendships and romances based upon mutual respect. All right, Leo. So, you know, instead of being afraid of your feelings, it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, all right? And process through that. And sometimes talk it out, all right? Sometimes you need to talk it out, you know, whether it's with your partner, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with a counselor. You know, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like things aren't moving, if you're afraid of the direction things are going in, if you just feel overwhelmed, you know, sometimes it's time to, you know, really face that. You can't hide that. You can only run from that for so long. All right, Leo. So that has been your April mid-month reading. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye, Leo.